And we're back. Alright, and it's not. This time it is in fact not Star Realms. We've changed. We have a new face. It's Epic. So, we are going to be playing more games with this deck, but keep in mind, this concession thing does happen. People do like to concede to Kark because they want to stop playing. Let me just go to the deck builder here, and we might make a change to it real quick. I kind of liked the Quell. I might put a second one in place of... I'm glad that we weren't playing Inheritance of the Meek. The thing about Quell is it's so awkward if it's not useful because you can't cycle it. You can't draw two with it. So I'm probably just going to leave it as it is. Yeah, we'll just leave the deck as it is. Get some more games in with it. But I'd say that was actually a pretty good showing of it. The game went quite well. I'd say that overall we had control of the entire game. There's never a situation where we were being attacked for more than say 5, and we just kept gaining health. So it was inevitable that I would get to the point where I'd play Kark, even though I didn't have it in hand. I remember watching. There's this Worlds game where it was Kark versus Kark, and it was the funniest thing, right? Because when two Kark decks play against each other, right, they each have no way to deal damage to each other. In the traditional Kark builds, I mean, you have things like Angel of Light, but you're really not built to kill your opponent. So what would happen is they would just try and find the Kark as quickly as possible. And it was kind of funny to watch because the games would be so fast. It would be something like turn 5, one person just wins with Kark because they're just trying to turbo gain up to 60. They're trying to find their Kark. And there's this Worlds game, and one person had only put 2 Karks in their deck, and the other person had 3 Karks in their deck. And that was in my opinion, the determining factor of which player won. Was the one with 3 Karks just drew their Kark. I mean, of course you don't know that's going to happen, but there's a big difference between 2 and 3 in a 60 card deck. So yeah, we'll just leave everything the way it is. Get another game in with this. Go ahead and add this one to the list in the meantime. Oh, we're already in the game anyway. Alright. What's going first? And we are playing the Kark deck, so I'm going to hold on to this Brand, this Wither, and these draw twos. Overall, these are all good options to have in the opening hand, and I'm going to be tossing this Amnesia because you don't usually want Discard Pile Banishment in your opening hand. Even though both of these cards draw 2. We wouldn't normally keep both. We're playing a Kark deck, so I'm likely going to be drawing cards just most turns. We're going to go ahead and grab an Angel of the Gate here. It's their only option. We're up against some kind of mixed good Sage Wild deck. I wonder if they're splashing for Angel of the Gate and then some other specific good card. I'm going to go ahead and start off with a Ancient Chant here since I might end up clearing the board. I'll probably actually play Kark and reveal a bunch of cards in my hand. Alright, yeah, I'm definitely going to, because this is a gain 8 here. And that is pretty nice. Pass the turn. Don't really care if they gain 5. So they do have 10 damage on board. We're likely going to take 10 from that, but overall that's not very much. I could even do something like Angel of Light Brand to defeat the the Angel of the Gate here, or Angel of Light plus Wither would defeat it and my champion would survive. It's unclear whether that's a good idea. Maybe I'll just try an Angel of Light to block the Misguided Herald. I'll make a pretty minor play. It's greedy, but and Kark decks tend to be quite greedy in their plays. They just make the greediest play every turn, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And just so you know, when I say greedy, what I mean is nice. When I say greedy, I mean that the deck makes a play which would work out very well if the opponent does nothing. It's risky. The opponent could have anything, basically, and it would be a bad play, but most of the time you just force your opponent to have it if you're Kark. And the unlimited health gain means that you can't really get, as long as you don't get blown out back to back, then you're fine. I'm probably going to have to remove this during combat with the Drain Essence or something. Looks like some kind of 4-color deck. Oh, surprise attack Kong, maybe? Misguide for Kong. There it is. Perfect. Alright, and that's actually quite nice for me because even though this does happen, it's not really a big deal. I'll take the minor amount of damage. Might even second wind here just to see if I can find a... I'll wait until next turn. I don't think they're going to do anything else. I might want to use this brand. If I top deck a way to clear the board off the top, that would be perfect. Something like a Divine Judgment or even a Quell would do it. Inner Peace. Alright, we are going to go ahead and second wind here, cycling both of these to draw 2 cards because Ancient Chant draws a card but leaves the discard pile, and we don't find anything that we want. It's a little unfortunate. We are going to be drawing 2 then. I'm going to play Urgent Messengers and just draw 2 cards. Try and find an off-turn board wipe. I mean, worst case scenario, one of these humans blocks the Kong, and then I can wither away both of these. So it's not the end of the world. I will pass here. This deck could probably play multiple races since I'm already running Brand and Watchful Gargoyle. I could even change the deck list up a little bit to run more copies of those. I'm going to deal 7 to me. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and discard Inner Peace here since I'm probably not going to play it this turn. Usually it's my go-to discard. Although this does turn off Brand, so that's the main drawback to this play. But I'll be taking 7 in the air. I might erase it. I don't know. Hopefully they attack with Kong first. Let's see. I'm probably just going to take the 7, block that with a human token, wither away the Misguided Heralds, and then I'll erase that eventually. Even something like Reusable Knowledge to get back second wind would also be a good play. Wither these, that'll get rid of both. That's why we run Wither here. Just for niche scenarios like that. Quite powerful. They have a lot of cards in their discard pile, so I will go ahead and just Amnesia them right away. Generally, Misguided Herald is one of those cards that I don't like to be in the discard pile because it makes Final Task so much stronger. And I'll leave the second wind and the Inner Peace because those are cards that I'm somewhat likely to get back. I'm likely to want to Reusable Knowledge. Are they going to Dracos Fire me? Oh, Dracos Fire everything to deal 5 damage to me. I don't know about that play. They're going to pass. Passing is correct here. Well, I think what I'm going to do is Brand to give Shammerling Kark +3 attack, so it's 12, and then, actually this trades right now, right? Yeah, so I'm just going to play Noble Unicorn. Bring back the Inner Peace and draw a card. And then I can Palace Guard on my turn, draw a card. Probably just get rid of the Angel of the Gate, honestly. Just because it has Airborne, really. So it's evasive. Draw another card, banish that, pass the turn. Might even do like a group swing here if they do a do nothing. That would be 15. So if they block, they have to choose which one they want to get rid of. So I would trade my Noble Unicorn for that Kong. Calculated. That's right. Today we're the calculator. Here would be Noble Unicorn for Draka's Enforcer, which is fine. The Noble Unicorn does so much, though. It really does. I'm just going to pass and discard the Divine Judgment, which I don't need because I have the Martial Law anyway. I can even discard Gudgeon. Probably do that. Goodbye, Gudgeon. Usually with this deck, trying to pressure your opponent's health total is not a mistake, but it's just not something you ever do unless there's literally no cost to doing it. Here, it would leave me open to some kind of remove Palace Guard attack with Kong attack, which I could still block with Brand, but I would lose resources in the process. So I'm going to be taking 7 from this Draka's Enforcer. I mean, I could erase it. Alright, well, they attack with that first, which I think is a mistake, because I'm going to block with Shambling Kark and Palace Guard. This is what these various utility champions do mostly, is they just soak up attacks, really. They don't actually make attacks, usually. So because this attack was made, now I'm free to erase that Draka's Enforcer. Alright, Lash is going to happen, which means right now, 17 versus my 20, I don't take any damage. They get to take down still only 1, so this is a mistake. Lashing this does nothing unless they have another pump for it. I think they're realizing that. But their Lash is a little silly here. Probably didn't even consider that I would double block. Going to erase that. Alright, sure. So here, what do I do about that? I could even hasty retreat it and it would just go away. Because gold's already spent, I could erase that. What's another option? Another option would be Brand, erase Brand, Brand again to defeat that. Then I gain 10. Then I take 7. So I like that play. I like hasty retreat this. Seems like a good play. Just have that back. Good use of hasty retreat because they don't draw a card, it's already blocked. I'm going to erase this. Have that back. We're up to 8 cards in hand. This time I will start pressuring their health total because at this point I have so many things. Alright, they're going to Flame Spike me. We've got another 10 health for 0 with the 2 brands, and this is 10 health with Inner Peace, so if I wanted to I could just instantly go to 41. Or Drain Essence as well, that's 50. Alright, 48 if I play all 3. If I spend 2 golds to play all 4. I'm going to go ahead and attack with Kark, see what happens here. The real question is, do I want to Brand here, but it's probably, I guess it's fine. Might as well just do 1, get the value out of the +3 offense. Let's go ahead and reveal Inner Peace that they know about, and I think they know about the Palace Guard. Because I definitely played it. Yep, they know about the Palace Guard. It was bounced to my hand. See if we can get in for 12 here. 12 is a lot. Or if they're going to surprise attack out of Kong or something. Which I will Palace Guard if they do. Alright. And we're going to go ahead and try and get in with this Noble Unicorn. I am Kark deck, but I mean, if I have an easy 18 damage, I'm going to take it. At this point, I'm just going to discard one of these martial laws because I have 2 and Divine Judgment, so. Alright, they're going to go ahead and do that, which I will drain Essence. Just pure misery. Alright, and that brings us down to 7, so we don't have to discard any cards, which is nice. It's a nice bonus. You still got a reusable knowledge waiting in the wings. I might play that this turn. I mean, if they don't touch my board at all, I'll interpiece, but I'm expecting this entire board to be cleared. In which case, I will probably reusable. Oh, alright. I could just interpiece. Interpiece to then into Palace Guard. Oh, not bad. Alright. Let's do it. I'll go ahead and interpiece to gain 10 here. Then I'm going to Palace Guard that and then pass the turn without attacking. It's a nice turn for interpiece because we don't need to develop the board at all, and I don't really need to draw cards. Well, go ahead and use this. Yeah, go ahead and use this to recall the interpiece while we can. Banish that, pass the turn. So if they make a play, then I get to attack. If they don't, then I just got a free gold on them. I don't really care about the 11 damage. I mean, sure, it'll be an 8, but I don't want to get blown out here. I'm just trying to keep a lead, make plays. Our main condition is Kark, so really I just need to get to 60, and then it's victory. I'm just going to Kong again. I would Kong the Kark here because the Palace Guard is less threatening. It's a 6/8. Alright, so I guess we're just going to probably reusable knowledge back the second wind. And then we can no escape on my next turn. Go ahead and grab that second wind. And I'll go ahead and second wind right away. I don't need Drain Essence or reusable knowledge in my discard pile. Get rid of those. I could even Watchful Gargoyle here, but again, I don't think it's really worth it. Let's see, this is 12, 13, 14, 15. It's a good group attack and then brand if I really want to, but I'm going to be no escaping. Yeah. Getting back the Noble Unicorn for sure. Just recycling to find I don't know, maybe something to go along with the Feeding Frenzy. Alright, they're going to scoop it up. Yeah, I think this game's over as well. Generally, once you've played against enough control decks, you understand where when you're at a point in the game where you're definitely lost, you don't really need to play down. Yeah, and so, I mean, that's basically what Kark looks like. Let me just add this deck to the stream deck lists. Let's just go back here. Deck Builder. Only. And normally I end up going pretty late past the time, so I'm probably just going to call it early here. If I started a game right now, we could easily stretch a half hour past when I would normally end, so this will be the end of the stream, but I will go ahead and add this deck to the deck lists so that you can try it out yourself if you feel a need to play some card control. I'm going to call this a slow elf game deck. One thing that's really nice about this deck is you don't really have any Raiders of the Lost Ark. I like that. One thing that you don't really have in this deck are champions that are threats. They stick around and they do stuff forever. I mean, you have Noble Unicorn, so you could count that. But I guess what I'm getting at is a lot of the time your opponent will have things in their hand like Drain Essence, and they won't do anything. They won't be able to use them for value. So that's a very nice bonus effect of this deck. I'm going to go ahead and repost the deck lists from the stream. So if you want to go ahead and try this out yourself, you should. Just open up a deck slot, copy the import code, and then click the import button, and yeah, you can try it out. I mean, I talked about maybe adding more board wipes in, but I feel like the deck was in a good place after the first couple of games. So one thing about Kark decks is that people don't really know how to play against them. So I've talked about playing against Kark decks in the past, but basically the most important thing is you want some kind of threat on the board. So something like a Droxus Enforcer is perfect. And then you don't want to add more stuff to the board. You want to force them to deal with that thing by using by actually dealing with it, because a lot of the time the only way that you have to answer things are these board wipes like Martial Law. So if your opponent is playing a single thing and then they just, they're flinging burn spells at you, maybe they're making you discard cards, maybe they're playing champions that draw cards, then they can just keep something on the board and keep hitting you with it, then it can actually be really difficult. And these decks tend to struggle against efficiently dealing with zero-cost champions. So something like a Shadow Imp might as well cost a gold for this deck, because, I mean, I actually have tuned this deck to try and avoid that. I'm playing 3 Withers and 2 Consumes, but a lot of the time you'll be forced to do something like a Drain Essence or even a Divine Judgment to get rid of one of those things. Anyway, that'll be wrapping up the stream here, and I'll be playing more Epic again on Wednesday here, which means that hopefully you have some good games, and that'll be the last day of Dark Draft in the arena before Friday, where we'll rotate to Random 60. So that's one of my favorite formats to play, and I'm sure I'll be playing a lot of that once it starts back up. Anyway, yeah, have a good one.